Hey folks, Quillikeen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 3. We are playing as Japan. We are currently the second most impressive country in the world. Pretty far behind Great Britain. Yeah, our GDP is number 3 overall, though not per capita. It'd be great to see that continue to improve. In fact, if we the only thing we do is boost our GDP like crazy, that is going to do huge things for our standing in the world. And it would be nice to have our people better off. So I think we're going to do that. We're now recognized. We did our war against Russia to do that. I mean, we claimed a little bit of territory at the same time. What's even here? No, iron coal. That's nice. We might take advantage of that, actually. Decent amount of workers. Actually, you could use a railway. I'm going to alt-click that, put it at the top. I'm going to just normal-click power plant to put it at the bottom. But yeah, because I'm betting, especially with some of our mode changes and stuff, I think we can develop this area quite nicely, Outer Manchuria. Yeah, we might do exactly that. All right, speed 5, go. Speed 5, not always the fastest anymore, although now that we're not in our big mega war, I think our time ticks are going a fair bit faster than they were. Fleets, armies. I'm not going to worry too much about assigning some people over there right now. Radios being expensive. Well, I think we are going to keep wanting more electronics, so I think it's perfectly fine for us to keep developing that. So let's go and shift-click over here. It's going to drop the profitability pretty quickly, but I think it's going to come right back up as we go and consume some more. Maybe that was a little bit excessive, and we didn't need quite this much. You know what? Maybe I will go and limit this. Let's just build 3 for now. But that queue is emptying again. Now, last episode, we did go and queue up some clothing industry. We still, I suspect we can do a lot more. I mean, a 1.5K shortage deficit is pretty significant. These aren't the greatest money makers. But again, it's going to be good for our standard living, presumably, if our people's costs will go down. So maybe what I'll do is I'll take a look, and specifically, we'll focus on industry for a second here. Which one of these are the biggest money makers? Weirdly, arms industry considered to be fairly profitable, which I hadn't expected. Well, again, wow. I'm used to just being able to shift-click 5 of them and have very little change happening, but maybe I'll just do the 1 here for now. Not there. Food industry. Okay, now this... Yeah, there we go. These are going to be pretty big ones. And again, I might want... Everywhere that is fairly populous, I might want at least 1, so they have a little bit of local stuff available to them. Furniture, not quite as valuable as I'd expected. Ooh, glass is actually going up as I build this. Oh, and then down a little bit more. Paper going up, but let's try not to overqueue too much. Says Quill. Says me. Oh, I said I was going to do a bunch of mode changes. I should probably do that. Yeah, before I go on a building spree. So you guys... I do want electric chains. We don't have the... Do we have the electricity rolled out everywhere? Maybe that's what we do with some alt clicks first. Okay. That's what I'm going to do, even the places that don't have a lot of people. And let me make sure there's no electricity generation that was buried deeper into the queue. Power plant here. Okay. Let's get those, and then we'll do the mode changes, because I'm going to set a bunch of things to electricity on. Now, almost certainly some places won't have enough, and there'll be shortages, but then we'll be building some more. That's going to be okay. I might also run subsidizing just temporarily on those places, just to help the transition. Run it for, even just half a year, subsidize everything, get them filled up, make sure there's companies in play that consume the electricity, and then go and pull out the subsidies, and wherever the balance happens at that point, so be it. I think that's probably a fairly good idea. Okay, going up, going down. I think we can support more construction industries. Although, the other thing is we can work towards arc-welded buildings. What are we researching right now? Flamethrowers, you know what? We're not doing another war. Right, that's not going to be in society research. Although there's some good stuff over there. Arc-welded buildings are here. Need arc welding, which is going to give us a huge amount of steel production. Okay, yeah, let's see what we can do. In terms of our innovation, yeah. Our cap's actually dropping because of our ratio of literate pops to non-literate pops. Just kind of a little annoying. Could we go to public schools yet? No. Man, politically our nation is effed. And not where I'm used to ending up. Is there anything I can do to if we subsidize, if we bolster the trade unions, if we want to go the communist route, I don't even know if that's what we want to do. You support any fun and interesting laws? You're the only people that support public schools. All right, let's remove the 2 least productive luxury taxes, and we're going to start bolstering the trade unions, which is probably a crazy idea. But I'm curious to see where that's going to end up. I actually don't think it's going to do great things for us. Certainly not in the short term, that's for sure. We'll see. We do have a goal for automatic machine guns. One of the things I will do, a 4 I forget, is I will enable the automatic machine guns on all our armies. However, I think this needs to be used in a war, which may or may not happen. Maybe we'll get a little rebellion somewhere. That could be. But as much as I keep saying, oh, I want to, do more warfare stuff, I don't think that's actually going to be useful to us in any way whatsoever on the rest of this run. I think the only thing that's going to help is economy go burr, which we're working on. Yeah, I mean, that is going to be slow, but we want to incorporate these places. What's the population looking like over here? Manchu. How are the Manchu? They are discriminated, so I don't think there's much reason to do that. Now, Korean are not. Are they integrated? I don't even know if there's enough time. Like, incorporated? Yeah, okay. It's just you and over here. Yeah, okay. So no incorporations. That's fine. Feel like I'm... It wasn't Vader that says it. What was it? Harkin? Who said to Boba Fett, no disintegrations? Maybe it was Vader. Run publicly traded. I'll have to fiddle with these modes, maybe, with some of the buildings. Again, I'm going to let the power finish, and then we're going to look at some pretty significant mode changes on a lot of these buildings. I'm going to prep it here. So railways... Okay, I'm going to remove the subsidies for now. Be the same sort of thing. We'll put the auto expand on for everything. We had to turn on some subsidies in strategic places, but we're going to see what happens now if we turn them off. And power plant... Yeah, subsidize all of them. I guess they already were. And we'll turn on the automatic expansion afterwards so that I can keep pace as things grow and demand rises. Although we're probably going to be filling up our queue manually, maybe too often for any of those things to happen, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pull back. We're going to have to recreate a bunch of these queues, actually. But tooling a bunch of it's going to become electric. Yeah. We're going to wait just a tick here. I don't want to empty the queue because I still want the production to be happening, but I want to wait for these power plants to finish. So North Borneo, you do have some workers available. Yeah, well, you even have some unemployed. No more peasants, which is actually nice to see. But you have some job seekers that are probably, going to be ready and willing to upgrade over here. Right now, there is a electricity cost. We might need some more engines right away if these power plants are to be profitable. So I think maybe the first thing we'll look at is our motor industry. Right over here. So if I go to electric engines, it's going to use more steel, which looks fine. It is going to use more electricity, but the idea is it's going to feed into itself. I'm going to do this. We didn't even get the warning about like severe unprofitability, which is interesting. And automobile production, this would be profitable, which is interesting. Although, yeah, not enough electricity everywhere, and also not enough oil or rubber really to sustain that everywhere, although we might go and enable it in some places strategically. So now we're going to let the these places fill themselves up, although I guess we're going to check here. This power plant, are you fully employed? You are, and you still have a shortage. Minus 151. So we want 1, 2, 3 of you. Actually, I'm going to alt-click 1, 2, 3 of you. That's Kyushu, and then Kanto. Power plants, fully employed. Balance of negative 600. Oh, wait, coal power power plants. Yeah, hold on. Let's also do that for all of our buildings. Forgot that we hadn't changed that mode yet. Okay, and with that in mind, I'm going to cancel this. Give it a tick to maybe rebalance here. Although I think we still need, yeah, we're still going to need more, just not as much. So here, shortage of 104. So 1 electricity in Kyushu. And then Kanto. Shortage of, yeah, 500. So 1, 2, 3. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 more to give a slight surplus. So those have been alt-clicked. Secession movement for the Manchu over here. All right, so I guess we're going to have a chance to play with our new guns in a war. That's fine. So you get you guys. That's going to be okay. Fix that power shortage. Yeah. Build faster. Ooh, that succession is ticking quite quickly. But yeah, this is going to be 100% fine. I guess I'll go and... Well, you're less important to what's about to happen. But here we are. I said Great Britain sided with Manchu for a second there. But no, sided with Denmark. Or, oh, you still need another leader. Okay, done. Done, done, done. There's no way that this is going to have a lot of dudes. I think we can probably just mobilize one army. Put them over here. The machine guns is just any front, any general. That's it. Okay, this should absolutely trigger. So yeah, we're on a deficit for a little bit. That's fine. Okay, losing prosperity. I'm surprised. Like, what's it? Your productivity is just not very high, I guess. Are you guys on the steel behavior? Oh, yeah, you are here. You're probably just not making much money anymore. Well, this would actually give you more productivity if you're publicly traded. I did the explosive factory because, of course, I did. So apparently that's the only thing I ever click on. You would go up. Profitability is still quite low. It'll help a little. But yeah, I think you've all been electric, and so your steel price isn't that high. But I suspect there's going to be some more demand for things coming in. Oh, our queue is empty of things. Okay. Or our trade routes. Well, first of all, the unprofitable ones will go away. Even the ones with, like, low revenue or that don't bring in very many units. Like, these trade routes are kind of irrelevant. I'm going to cancel some of these. We'll keep all these British ones, actually. We could use some friendships over here. That's going to be fine. But yeah, we're going to clear those out. And then we're going to take a look at our market. Sort by market price. Art. Ooh, silk. I think we did some mode changes. Oh, actually. I think we did do some mode changes on our textile mill recently. Although I'm going to put on these sewing machines here. Yeah, we're going to do that. I think we maybe went to craft and sewing and that consumed more silk. That's possible. Publicly traded does think it would make you money, so we're going to do this. This is going to cause some new shortages here. Well, including some electricity shortage, which we're going to deal with first. Tohoku. Power plant, yeah, fully employed, which makes sense because you're subsidized, which we're going to keep running for now. Your shortage of electricity is 100, so I'm going to put in 2 of these, so you'll actually have a fair deficit, but again, that'll probably balance itself out. Expand oil industry is complete. That's great. More oil extractor output. That's fine. Because we do actually need more of that. But we'll also need some more coal. Now, our coal mines, there's no modes. I mean, there's Steam Donkey. There might be publicly traded, but for actual productivity, not currently. So, we're going to go... You know what? Let's start a few coal mines everywhere. Because, again, everywhere sort of consumes some coal. So we can bring some local prices down in a few different places. Yeah, we don't get the same economy of scale, but it has another benefit. I'm pretty convinced this is an okay idea. So the company as a whole is a little bit less profitable, but it's better for the flow of the other buildings in that zone, is the idea. I might be completely wrong. Don't necessarily take it as gospel, but that's my thinking anyway. So, oh yeah, that makes sense coming out of government spending right now. It's like, why is this growing? It's actually shrunk quite a bit, though. I don't think we can necessarily put down more construction buildings right now. Although, again, maybe we can turn it into a bigger profit, but we haven't even dug ourselves out our current debt pool here. That doesn't help, of course, that we're at war. Hey, automatic machine gun. The devil's paintbrush. Defense boost. Stalwart defender. Sure, we'll take the defense boost. I don't think they ever generated any units over here, which is pretty funny. Maxim Gorky has been kicked out. All right, that's done. Easy. And yeah, I mean, you'll just auto concede fairly soon. Kanto. Oh, Kanto, we're not building... Oh, that went away. Okay, no electricity shortage there. Although, I am wondering if it's going to be fluctuating. Oh, maybe we just finished these and now they're hiring. That could be the case. Okay, more power plants finishing. Coal mines to keep the power plants nicely profitable. Okay, let's go and look at more mode changes. We're going to go to full fertilizer over here. Steam-powered threshing machine doesn't make you profitable. Does increase the output a little, but I think the big thing is about reducing laborers, which we don't need to worry about. Electric fences. Frees up laborers, but does generate more goods. I don't know if it's enough to justify it, though. Refrigerated rail car. Frees workers. I mean, we might end up doing a bunch of that. We'll see. Okay, I don't think any of these mines have extra modes. We'll go for automatic irrigation in all these places, which I think consumes a bunch of engines. That's okay. We might end up having to build up the motor industry very quickly, but that's going to be fine. Electric saws everywhere. And looks like if we did this in general, it should mostly be profitable. I don't know. We might still want to do it on a case-by-case basis. Oh, most of us are already on there. Okay, fine. Oops. We'll go hardwood production everywhere, and then... you would make money. Okay, we'll put some of you to hardwood. That's fine. Automatic irrigation. Refrigerated rail car, again, frees up tons of laborers. Isn't necessarily profitable, so we're not looking for that. Because we want to keep people employed. Tooling workshop. Everything should go to machined, which will boost our steel industry as well. Publicly traded will make you more profitable. There we go. Capitulation, done. Paper industry, everyone go to paper bleaching, please. Okay, that's not a profitability boost. It's not going to be the case everywhere. I've done that before where I'm like, well, I'm going to switch everything to the latest mode. And it turns out it wasn't always the immediate winning solution here. Urban centers. Everyone covered. And we're going to force it. Everyone go to electric. This is going to require cars, which we haven't started producing yet, although we may be on the cusp of doing that soon. Enlightened Despot. Oh, that's interesting. Have electric streetlights in all states while being an autocracy. Hey, achievement get. Oh, okay. This queue emptying is not great. That's not what we're looking for. What are we looking to build next? Well, I guess we'll take another look at our market balance. Apparently now we have a big shortage of fertilizer, which kind of makes some sense. Livestock ranch is profitable, not super profitable. I don't think we've got a meat shortage, so we'll go for fertilizer plant. There we go. Run a bunch of those. I didn't go the shortage math, but I was just looking at profitability. I guess here we could look at so we got 500 shortage, each one of these. There. We'll just shift click 5 of them. So we'll actually end up with a slight surplus. Iron, we got a shortage of 500. This will overproduce a little bit, but again, I'm kind of okay with that. Especially as an input good. Because it makes everything else down the way more profitable. I didn't actually look at the shortage numbers here. And then engines, yeah. So we're short 400. I think we definitely want to overproduce this. Because I think there's going to be a lot more modes that we want to engage. Of qualifications you see. 500 shortage. Well, there's 400. Let me build another 5 over here. And another 5 over here. And yeah, they're being spread out, which might not be ideal, but... and everyone sort of consumes it. Yeah, you can figure out how to open cans on your own. That's going to be okay. All right, so... economy should continue to go up. And yeah, it's like nearly straight line. Wow. Radios are expensive again. Short by 250. There's 200. There we go. Let's go pneumatic tools. We're working our way towards arc welding for our construction industry, which might break our economy, but we'll see. So we should be well positioned above Spain. Actually, no, we're just sort of neck and neck. Standard of living still a little bit behind, but certainly getting better. And money is going up, but we're still only 51 overall for GDP per capita. So our country as a whole is powerful, but our individual citizens aren't that rich. Our radicals are going down dramatically, and our loyalists are going up a lot. Of course, we're still running low taxes. Now, how's our trade unions? Okay, they're getting a little bit bigger there. Okay, yeah, these should all be fairly good. Technocracy, no. Tenant farmers, no. Presidential Republic, again, maybe. I keep seeing these little ticks about radios. I mean, they're going to come in, although what I suppose I could do is I could just alt-click a few of these to move them up the queue here. Now, at some point, what we're probably going to need to do is artificially create a demand for telephones to keep these electrics industries afloat. There's not that many things that need it. What we'll probably do is, in one of our states, is we'll go and enable the telephone switchboard if we get this technology. It's central planning. Just to consume some more phones, but we don't really need it. Now, we probably still have some unrealized taxes, but not very many. Yeah, 13K is pretty minimal at this point. We have some unpinned stuff. Well, public trading is a goal. Destroy warfare as well, which is interesting. 75% have publicly traded and be profitable. Oh, you know what it's time for? It's time for us to stop the subsidies on our power plants. Although, make sure you're all coal-fired. We'll make you all that, but we're going to turn off the subsidies now. And if I don't have anything queued up for some reason, you can do automatic expansion in places where electricity would be profitable. So that's a place that their bank account is completely full, so almost certainly they have some more demand for things. So we can go and trigger that. Same thing as we do with the railway, in case I'm missing it. Speaking of, what we could do is go into a market here and take a quick look at our transportation costs. And see. So nowhere is it incredibly expensive. I might go and build one extra railway in these places where it's a little bit above the baseline. Maybe I'll ignore the single-digit places, right? And then electricity, I'm going to alt-click you and you. And then short 190. We'll build 2 of you. Actually, I guess I already had 2 in the queue. So I'll add 1 more, because that'll be an extra 200. I'll add 1 more here. Looks like here we could maybe use another couple. Here we could use a total of 4 in the queue. Let's do a 5th one, so you have a site surplus. You're good. You're only short by 20. It's not that expensive. Okay, we'll stop there. But yeah, get some more in the queue. This line continues to be near vertical. Wow. Electricity shortages, but we're dealing with that. Yeah, in those 2 places, perfect. Radio's still expensive, but some electrics is about to kick in. Those are military goods, so it'd be nice to, A, have us not spend as much, and B, those are presumably very productive and profitable industries that we could be taxing. Okay. Uprisings. Do we want to bring in... We haven't looked at our agitators in a bit. Presidential Republic, which isn't very handy. Presidential Republic. Aye. Oi! That is annoying. And again, I might not mind. These landowners are kind of a pain in the butt. We might be able to just deal with that, but the success rate's not as high as I might like. Intelligentsia Armed Forces. Oh, you know what? I keep asking about an election. Of course we're not having elections. I could bring the armed forces in here. I'm going to do that. Oh, which actually moved them out of that. I mean, I think they still support it. But actually weaken that movement, which might be good for controlling the radicals. I forget we have no elections. I don't know. Some countries have elections for which autocrat they elect. I mean, they're not necessarily real elections, but technically it exists. Just saying. Wow, look at this war. 1 versus 2. What's this? Oh, Hawaiian military revolt. So dramatic. I wonder what it's like to play as Hawaii. I suspect it's not the most exciting area to play as. We could do something crazy and drop our taxes some more. But I don't think that's the right thing to do. Especially not while we're still paying off our debt. Industrialists, what do you want? You want poor laws. Okay. Sure. No one... Yeah, landlords are somewhat opposed to it, but no one hates it. It's not going to do much for us. Although, theoretically, will help boost the standard of living. We have lots of extra bureaucracy. Oh, sulfur, huh? That's interesting. I mean, these aren't necessarily going to be the richest, but we can do a few of these. I could be exporting some cannons for a little while. Well, maybe I should, just to keep that business in a good place. Oh, we actually got a surplus of clothes all of a sudden. By a huge amount. Okay. Are you guys not fully hired at your power plants? You are not. Even though this should be very profitable. Why aren't you working here? Well, tell you what, I'm going to subsidize you. Is it the same situation here? I refuse to believe that. No. You're just waiting for your power plant to come up into the queue. Let me alt-click you guys up to the top over here to make sure that gets finished. Okay. Yeah, the less populous states might be having a bit of a harder time filling out some of those roles. Especially if they have some other business there that's willing to pay a lot more money. Alright, it is the 1920s. Where's the United States in all this? Oh, you're only a major power. We should play as the US at some point. Just see what we can do with them. Yeah, there you go. Success chance. Sure. Standard of living is definitely, you know, taking a big uptick. These are record world standard of livings in our nation currently. Lots of good jobs. And then, yeah, with the poor laws, it'll help the people who are having problems working at all. Need the game to go faster. Okay, these two are currently building those power plants, so that should be fine. Market access. So you legit have a shortage of infrastructure. Well, you don't have that much demand for transportation. That's the thing. Maybe... No, I'm going to alt-click you. So you build another one. Because, yeah, this isn't going to be profitable. We need you for the infrastructure. I guess what I could do is over here, which actually has no peasants are unemployed. This is actually a great place for us to go and say, okay, let's activate rail transportation. I know you say it's not going to make you money. Well, maybe we should start with something that has fewer buildings, like the coal over here. All right? Free up some workers, which you didn't have enough workers for anyway. Actually, yeah, you know what? This whole place, you're going to go and get this. This is increasing transportation costs, but good news, we're building more railway for you. What's the shortage here? 47. And yeah, I'll click a second one. So you're going to get 2 of these bad boys. So it's going to fix your infrastructure problems and free up workers because of transportation stuff all at the same time. Play rate endorses poor laws. Good for them. Freaking Hollywood liberal elites supporting all these leftist laws. Very convenient. Okay. Power plant's good. So hopefully that fixes you. Yeah, you've got the market access shortage. Organ fleet. Radios continue to be pricey. Now, these electric companies are presumably fully employed. Yeah. Yeah. And we do have a few more being built. So we'll let that finish. I don't think it's something we have to respond to immediately. The radios are expensive on the government, but they're not actually... them being expensive isn't hurting our economy. If anything, it just makes sure these electric companies are very profitable. Government subsidies. Lots of extra power plants being built. Is that still desirable? It kind of sort of is, yeah. We're looking to electrify more and more of the businesses as well. We'll do another pass on all their settings relatively soon. This probably... It doesn't actually consume power. More oil. I think we do have a bit of a glass shortage. Still want to set you to all electric. Is this just going to free up workers? Yeah, which maybe. Pneumatic tools, resource discovery, hardwood, construction sector throughput. Okay, but the big thing for us is it led to arc welding. So yeah, we definitely need to make sure our electric infrastructure is in place everywhere, because that's going to use a lot. Steel stays the same. Tools goes up. Explosives goes up. Glass stays the same. I mean, the big thing, obviously, is that it adds the electrical demand. So one of the things we might want to do in all the states that have construction, especially a lot of it, Kanto and Kansai, we're going to want to overproduce the electricity there, perhaps. Now, I think we've already got some in the queue in some of these places. Yeah. So we'll want to evaluate after that. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to blindly just go and add an extra 5 in both those places. They're very populous states. There's a good chance a bunch of these building modes are going to make some big changes there anyway. I think we could use some more demand for oil after all. Well, this is going to cause it to shoot up. Let me just do you here. There we go. That brings the price of oil from basically nothing to a baseline. There we go. And that gets a little bit higher there. It's possible that our whaling industries and our oil wells weren't being fully employed because there wasn't enough demand. So that'll help pull this in. And again, I'm not subsidizing. I was subsidizing some power plants. I'm going to toggle this off again and see what happens. Electricity shortage in Shubu. How are you not hiring people here? You have 1.67 million job seekers. Price of electricity is super mega high. Well, I think it dipped some, which maybe the price of electricity was low, so they dropped some people, and now it's bounced back up. Maybe it's going to bounce up and down until it finds its point of equilibrium, because it definitely is trying to hire. Yeah, that's going up. Okay, I think you're going to be fine. Actually, you're still building one more of these as well. Yeah, I think you're going to be A-okay, my dude. More power plants, of course, is all government spending, so we're going to be going down here. And that's the end of the queue, so we're going to want to consider building more things here. Although, again, before we do, I would look at mode changes. Should I just go and do all the rest of them? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go all the glass blowers, which almost certainly will cause a shortage of oil. Oil rigs. Oh, we can't build more oil rigs. I could build more whaling stations. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oil is definitely going to be a limiting factor for us unless we find some more. Or find some more. Or just import some. You know, that's a possibility too. Although, a lot of times I find that the other nations have a hard time actually getting off their butts and doing enough of that. I'm going to leave you there. Oh, I know what's happening here. Why are there so many things mismatched? It's from Manchuria resending its production afterwards. Rotation. Okay, so everything's the same, except in this one state, we have some rail transportation because we were worried about freeing up some workers. So that's okay. Anything else I could be doing in these places? Well, that needs automobiles, which we don't have. Motor industry over here. Oh, well, again, why don't I go and free up a bunch of laborers here? Because you could use it. Same thing. Oh, let's get your electric hearth. I'm going to shoot up the price of electricity, but that'll hopefully be okay. And then I think I turned on rail for everything that could do it here. Hey, we have poor laws. Government petition complete. Yeah, I'll go tanker cars here too. Whaling stations. You know what? Refrigerator cars, that's fine. There's nothing I can do with the subsistence farms. The railway over here. Train station, you know what? We will bring it down because a lot of these businesses are using it. Okay, and you're hiring here. Makes sense because, yeah, we've just got a bunch of new unemployed people here. Still not a lot of people living here, but we might. Yeah, there you go. Attraction for migrants is high. Lots of good paying jobs. Looking for more people. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay. This literacy dip every time we take over more territory is just crazy. Hey, we need some more everything. Let's have a quick look at the raw industries to see if there's anything that would be super profitable. Apparently rice. Somewhat unexpected. Yeah, let's start 10 there. Vineyards, back to thinking it's quite profitable. I wonder if we're exporting a bunch of wine. Dyes. Ooh. Okay. Well, we might come back and do some more of that too. Let's throw in some silk. Let's throw in some tea. And some more tobacco. But what I really want to do is keep working mostly on industrial stuff. Coal mine profitability continues to be quite high. Actually, split that up. Oh, and let me alt-click all these gold mines in Manchuria. There we go. Put that at the top of the queue, please. Oh! Manchuria's got oil rigs as well. Cool. Good. Sulfur. Yeah, I said we are importing some sulfur. We'll queue up 10 of that. Rubber. Oh, we're going to need a crap ton of rubber. Yeah, I'm actually fine with, like, overbuilding the rubber right now. Because we have no job seekers. I mean, you know what? I'm going to build it anyway. I don't care. Because once we start doing car stuff, we're going to need that. We're also going to need a crap ton of oil, and I'm not sure what we can do about that, unfortunately. Again, other than maybe discovering some new stuff. Yeah, get those gold mines. Get a little more power. Radios continues to be a thing. But yeah, all of this is going to be investment pool spending. Well, other than these power plants, which you're about to finish. These are going to be good paying jobs. Continue to boost the standard of living, the GDP. The raw income isn't quite as sexy, but on the other hand, it's really useful for feeding into other things. Not as much population in Outer Manchuria as I might have hoped that we'd grabbed. Still a lot of peasants here. If we needed livestock ranches, this would be a great place to build it, but we don't really. I suppose, actually, if we're going to build more mines and things, this might be a good place to do it. Again, keep the industrialization at home. Maybe I'll go and queue up 5 iron mines, 5 coal mines over here. You got the oil, which is good. I mean, if you got both iron and coal, this also might be a good place for a steel plant. We'll take a look at that once those finish. We got 6 pages worth of things. We can do another company. So if we sort by maybe productivity. Migration, attraction. Loyalists from standard living, maybe. Steel mill throughput. You know what? Let's do that. We'll have 2 steel mill centric things, but I think that might be a good idea, actually. GDP is just skyrocketing. Oh, wait, we dropped a spot? What is Spain doing? They must be just getting raw prestige from something else. Leading goods. Can we not have that? Support ongoing. Calling their obligation. Well, I don't want to lose prestige. All right, I'll say yes. I don't think this is a war that matters. No, it's not. Yeah, this is fine. I don't even feel like I have to mobilize any troops. Like, Straya, you got this, man. You're fine. You got 10 times their troops. Hokkaido has an electricity shortage. Now, is that... Well, you are hiring. How's your employee base? Oh, actually, you've got tons of peasants and things like that. Yeah. So you're actually fine over here. Maybe I just did some mode changes and you're just catching up. That's almost certainly the case. Now, although, what is your deficit? Because you might need more power. Minus... No, you're going to be fine. As soon as you keep hiring, your electricity shortage, yeah, it's already resolving itself, so that's good. Getting a little bit more tea, sure, why not? Tobacco, sure, why not? Industrialism, trade unions. I mean, these trade unions, I don't remember where we were checking who joins these factions. I can't remember where I was finding those traits here. It's good for laborers and machinists. Of course, machinists can also turn into engineers, which go into industrialists, I think, but radios continue to be pricey. Are we... So we are exporting some. Some people are buying some of our radios. Keep building more. Okay, done and done. War's breaking out. Again, I don't think I'm going to get involved in this at all. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah. Radios. It's a big construction queue. I think we can build more. Although, how far are we arc welding? Not that close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that close, so maybe it's fine. I mean, I am worried about, like, our construction sectors maybe being unmanageable when we go to arc welding. One of the advantages to splitting it up into different states... Ooh, stonks. I guess enough publicly traded stuff? All right. Metropolitan Railway is what? Building in Kanto. Kanto specifically. Electric trains, steel passengers, level 5. Oh, well, we should have that. Electric trains. There we go. Metropolitan Railway. Engineers reward. Throughput. Engineers become loyalists. Throughput prestige. I'm going to take the prestige. I want to go up in rank. Bothering me. I want to go back to being number 2. Again, number 1, not really accessible. Maybe there's a bunch of society research I could do to improve our prestige. That's possible too. The other thing we could do is by becoming more of a leader in something. I wonder, could we look at what Spain... their prestige. Right? Some of it they're getting being from a world leader and a good. What goods? Iron, luxury clothes, steamers, coal. You know, number 2 producer of iron. Who's number 1? Could already be us. Is there a quick way to find that out? Iron. Uninitialized, tick the game. What? Okay. That's weird. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. Can I find out who the world leader of production is? Oh, we're number 3. Oh, there we go. So if we produce more iron, we could displace Spain. Ha 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 ha. You know, assuming we need more iron. But maybe. Profitability is not huge. We do have some in the queue. I guess what we could do... like crazy. What a crazy way to think about things. We go for each one of these, see where we are. See, we're number 4 on coal. I mean, Spain's not on the list, but we're not getting any prestige from this. I mean, I think in practice what we do is just keep building whatever makes the most amount of money, and we might end up being higher producers in different areas. Like, just chasing the prestige, just chasing this number does feel... it's pretty artificial, but damn it, wouldn't it feel good? All right, a bunch more oil came in. Submarines we could start adding into our fleets. Glass is expensive. Radios continue to be expensive. Now, glass, did we change everything glass-wise to the latest modes? Crystal glass. Bone China actually produces less glass. Would cost us money. We got the bottle blowers. Yeah, I think mostly we just legitimately need more glass works. Yeah. This is probably going to go up as I shift-click this. Yeah. Going to become more profitable. What is going on? Oh, peace treaty. Oh, that's fine. I can't remember if glass was going up with the new construction mode. I think that was the same, right? Yeah, 40 and 40. So we're not going to consume more glass, but that's fine. Actually, glass is quite expensive in our market. Steel could use a little bit more as well. Interesting, it's so profitable here despite a lack of economy of scale. But we probably are consuming a lot of steel here and or producing iron or coal. Oh yeah, that's up over here. Yeah, which has iron production. But also probably consumes it. Yeah, some places. I guess it's time for me to end this. Money's going up like crazy. I think the thing to do is to drop some taxes. Standard living is going to go up like crazy. I mean, we could use it to fund more government buildings. Which maybe, because, well, we don't... the universities, again, we're still well above the cap. We still have some places with some tax deficits, so we're going to change some modes. And I mean, this is just making more money, so it's not that most important. If we bank more money, then I'm going to feel comfortable having a buffer for construction. But, I mean, we should still be... we're still turning a pretty big profit on the literal lowest tax level over here. Going to help stabilize our country a bunch. I mean, not that it's unstable right now, but it's going to drive the GDP even higher up. Our people are going to have more money, which means they're going to be able to buy more goods, which means businesses are going to make more money. And, you know, that cycle is going to continue. It might drive more of a demand for consumer goods. In worst case scenario, we might overinvest in producing consumer goods, which would, when we raise taxes, might cause a bit of a bad effect on our economy. But I don't know. Maybe we just don't run that. We just have the economy go burr place. And then Spain. That's annoying. The standard of living is pretty damn high. I'm going consistently. I mean, we're going up now pretty well. There are still some laws I would love to push if we get there, but no one cares about public schools other than freaking trade unions. Now, they're getting more powerful in my support. Maybe there's some other things we can do. I don't know if there's anything I could do. Is there a quick way to find out? So this is all the laws they support, right? And here's all the current modifiers. Is there a place, because sometimes with some of these law changes, it changes the power of a government. Is there, or an interest group? Is there a place in game to see that? There's probably something on the wiki. Like, here are all the laws you could do to boost whatevers. Perhaps we'll go commercialize agriculture. Trade unions will attract lower strata pops employed in rural buildings. You know, maybe we make this change. Move away from homesteading. I'm going to start this, and then I'm going to end the episode here. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.